Welcome back to Fab Remote Detailing. In this video, we're going to find out if a cheap clay bar can work just as well as clays that cost twice as much and even 3 times as much as what this costs. Let's do it. So I was on Amazon the other day and just looking at car detailing products, and I came across the MATCC clay bar, and it caught my attention because of the price. I paid $10 for this. It comes with 3 100-gram bars in it, so there's 300 grams right here, which is more than what any of the other ones that I've ever bought before have in them. They're normally 100 or 200 grams. Now, just to keep in perspective, this is $10 for 300 grams. I don't know how good it is. We're getting ready to find out in this video. But the Adams clay, this is their fine clay. For 200 grams, you're gonna pay $17, so about $7 more for it. Griot's Garage paint cleaning clay, which is what I've used for years. It's a fantastic clay. This is $23, I believe. It's either 22 or 23 for 200 grams. So you're still getting 100 grams more with the MATCC. And then my most expensive clay bar is the Meguiar's detailing clay. This will set you back about $29 when I bought it. For 200 grams. So if this is as good as or better than these, this is going to be a fantastic value. Now, I'm the type of person, I have a clay mitt. I do use this clay mitt, especially when I need, I should say, especially when time is of the essence, I need to get a job done quick. I will usually use that. What I don't like about those, I can't see what I'm pulling off the paint. I can't tell how much cleaning the clay is actually doing. I feel that clay, when you take your time, it does a much better job. You're not gonna miss anything. You actually feel the paint as it starts to get really smooth. And yes, you can feel it a little bit with this because you feel the roughness and kind of smooths out, but you really know when you're using clay how clean you're actually getting the paint because you can actually feel it. I can tell you right off the bat, I don't know if you guys can see that or not here. This stuff is sticky. There you go. I'm just holding the clay like this. It's stuck to my hand. I kind of like that. Now, I always wear gloves anyways, and I always recommend wearing gloves because if you don't wear gloves and you're using clay, especially a sticky clay, when you get done, it's going to be in all the little lines in your hands, underneath your fingernails. Been there, done that enough times that I learned my lesson. So the question is, like I said, how good is this? We're getting ready to find out. We're going to do it on my truck. I'm getting ready to do a full detail to it. It is contaminated. It's not heavy contaminated. It's kind of middle of the road. It's not heavy. It's not light. It's just kind of middle of the road contamination. We're going to see how well this will pick up contaminants, and hopefully being orange we'll be able to see what we're removing and see if it's worth $10 or not, or if these are worth double what we're going to pay and this one's almost triple of what we paid for this. We're going to find that all out in this video. All right, so let me show you guys if the microphone will pick this up. If you use like a plastic bag, a Ziploc bag, even sometimes like nitrile gloves will work. You can really feel the contaminants on the paint because your bare hand makes, actually the paint feels pretty good with the bare hand. So let me see if the microphone will pick it up. You can hear it dragging. It's not terrible, but it feels like fine sandpaper. Not bad. So this part of the video, we'll be doing a comparison between the 4 that I own. They are all basically a mild clay, kind of like the Meguiar says on the bottle. The Griot's is not a heavy duty, heavy cutting clay, and neither is the Adams. And then the Meguiar's obviously is a mild. And I consider this is most likely probably a mild. It does not say on it, but it doesn't say it's an aggressive. So we'll just consider it a mild, I guess, because it does not say. Either is the Griot's. The Griot's does not say, but it doesn't seem like it's extremely aggressive, if that makes sense. Okay, so enough talking. I've got 2 different types of spray lubes up here that we're going to be using. My favorite, which is Griot's Garage Speed Shine, and then I've got some Max Shine Clay Lube. We're going to use both of those, I think. We'll see. I don't know. We might just use the Speed Shine. We're going to use them all the same. Now, I do not need this whole entire clay bar. I just need like this very edge of it. Like that. And we're going to put this back in. And when you do that, you want to go ahead and spray your lube in there. Keeps that clay moist when you're not using it. So we're going to start with the MATCC first. First thing I like to do, I like to get them into a ball, which it actually does pretty good. I've had clay that won't even do that, won't even go into a ball. And I like, man, it is sticky, guys, as you can probably hear on my gloves. I know the Meguiar's isn't sticky at all. Okay, nice little patty, right? Spray my clay lube right here. It's not dragging. The speed shine is really thick or slick. I've used O&R. Everybody says how great O&R is as a clay lube. O&R doesn't even match Griot's Garage speed shine as far as slickness. There's no way. Okay, feels nice and smooth. Hopefully the camera will pick this up. There's dirt along there and there. Like I said, it's not heavily contaminated. But that did not take long. It didn't smash out. The Griot seems to smash out as you're using it. That kept basically the same form. So I like that. Oh man. Big, big difference. That feels good. I don't, maybe right here on this little, where it goes up, I feel just a little bit, I may have missed, that may have been me, but I don't feel it anywhere else. It's nice and smooth. As far as micro marring or anything like that, it's hard to tell in silver paint, so I don't really see anything. Okay, on to the Adams clay bar. Once again, this is actually a little bit bigger than what I need, but I don't really use this clay all that much, the Adams. I mean, it's okay that it's white, but because then you can really see, but as you can see, I've used it before and it's still good, but you can still see some dirt in the clay from past details. I think that's from my brother's Tesla, which I threw one piece away because of his car. In all honesty, every clay I've ever used has actually been pretty decent, except for, I think it was a company called Trinova. That stuff was absolute garbage. That they sent it to me, and it was garbage. Okay. Can't really tell a difference on there either. I guess the time to do a video like this is on a really hammered car, but I don't have one. I swear the MATCC is smoother. I'm feeling little bumps here and there. This is way smoother. And then over here. Yeah, it's actually smoother than the Adams side. Okay. Try the Griots. We're just going down to how much they cost, basically. This Griot's clay, like I said before, has always been one of my favorites. And it's the only one of all of them that actually smells like clay, what clay smells like. And it's sticky. Flatten it out. Oh man, it's smooth as butter. I love this clay. It's a fantastic clay. Low stickies, you gotta wear gloves with it though. Like the Meguiar's, you get away with not wearing gloves with it. Okay. A little bit of contaminants right here, as you can see. Oh, this whole hood's, like I said, not that bad. But it needs done, because I can definitely feel it with the plastic bag. I was looking at the screen on the camera a minute ago, and I'm pretty sure that the paint looks way better on camera than it does in person. It's not nearly as glossy as it shows, just the way my lights are set up. I'm doing a full paint correction on this, and probably going to apply a coating. Oh, that is so smooth. The Griot's is definitely better than the MATCC. But I don't think it's worth double the cost. Griots. Adams. MATCC. The Adams is the worst of the three. I mean, I'm feeling bumps here and there with it. The other two I'm not. Oh man, the Griot is extremely smooth. So now the question is, last but not least, the Meguiar's mild clay. I'll flatten it out. I guess it is a little bit sticky. I don't remember being sticky first time I used it. I've used it a couple times, but okay. That's nice and smooth there. That's what I like about clay. You can really tell. You get a really good idea what your paint feels like. You can definitely see the brown on that. Hopefully you guys can see that. That feels just like the Griots. It feels better than the Adams and the MATCC, but these are about the same. I mean, just about the same. Are you guys leaving? Now let me just let you guys hear it. So there is the Meguiar's. We're gonna go up to where it's not, or where it is contaminated. Hear that? Griots. Adams. I can feel bumps in here though. And the MATCC. Honestly guys, for the price, the MATCC is the best bargain. Absolutely. It did a fantastic job. No issues at all. Is it as smooth as the Griots and the Meguiar's? Not quite. They beat it out just by a little bit, but not enough to, I don't think, make a difference. It definitely beats out the Adams for sure, but that MATCC works really well. What we're gonna do, we're gonna use a different clay lube on the other side of the hood, do the same exact test and see if it's any different. Okay, so we're gonna do the exact opposite this time. We're gonna start with the MATCC at the bottom, the Adams, the Griots, and then the Meguiar's. That way, if maybe there's more contaminants down here or versus up there, and like on the other side, we'll just see. But it pretty much feels exactly the same. Yeah, it feels the same all the way across. So every time you get done with a section on clay, yeah, there for a second I think I hit record. You always want to flip it over and you want to knead your clay. That will suspend all the dirt inside the clay. So you're not using a dirty section every time. Oop. Well, I already messed up. Hang on. Let me get a clean towel. Dang it. I have to set that Griot's aside. That's what I'm so used to grabbing when I'm claying, is my Griot's. Because it's definitely my favorite clay lube. The Max Shine I'm getting ready to use though is actually pretty good. Okay. Let's try it like this. There's the Max Shine clay lube. Pretty good, but it smells like furniture polish, which I don't really care for. And it's not as slick as the Griot's. Like I said, Griot's is definitely the slickest I have found as far as clay lube, the Griot's Garage Speed Shine. I just hit the tape, that's all I did. That was that noise. And all I'm doing is I'm running the clay until I feel it's clean. I'm not doing a certain amount of passes with each one. Okay, feels good. Don't really see anything on the clay. There's a speck there, there's a speck there, and one right there, and a little bit of dirt right there, but. If you ever use Pledge furniture polish, I swear that's what that smells like, the Max Shine. I'm not gonna take the camera off every time this time. That feels really good. Yeah. It's immediately, it's like slick right here, and as soon as you hit this, it's like your hand stops. Okay. So the Adams. And clay lube does matter because if it's way too slick, you're not really picking anything up. If it's not slick enough, you're dragging your clay bar and you're marring the paint really bad. I mean, O&R is decent. I've used it as clay lube. It's just not mind-blowing like everybody says it is. Just a little bit. There's specks here and there on the clay bar. Still not as slick as the MATCC. I mean, it's way better, don't get me wrong, but not nearly as slick. And I can feel rough spots here and there. Okay, on to the Griots. Now the Griots, like I said earlier, it flattens out more as you use it. It kind of thins. Let's, here's the dirty side, because I can see the dirt in it. So we're gonna just fold it over. Put it into a little patty again. Next shine. I mean, I can literally feel how fast that actually works on the surface versus the other two that I just used. I mean, that was really quick. It feels good and smooth. Little specks here and there, but so definitely less passes with the Griots. That's crazy difference. Oh man, I don't think you guys saw me even do that. I'm so sorry. I forgot the camera was down. Either way, that is so smooth, the Griots. That's definitely better than these two. That is crazy smooth. Okay, last section. Sorry I forgot the camera was facing down, you guys. I apologize. Hopefully you saw a little bit. So here's the Meguiars. This is the stiffest clay of the four. I mean, it is stiff when you go to try to knead it down. Kind of wears your fingers out a little bit. But still a good clay. I just don't think it's worth $30. Definitely takes a lot longer than the Griots to pick up. You see the dirt in there. Okay. Very smooth. Few spots here that I may have missed. That's probably me, not the clay bar, because this is just as smooth as the Griots, for sure. Okay, now I will put you guys in my hand this time. So here's the MATCC, and here it is. Where it's rough, I haven't been. Adams. I'm hoping you guys are picking that sound up. You know where I haven't been. The Griots. So smooth. And the Meguiars. So at the very beginning of the video, I asked, is a $10 clay bar just as good as products that are twice or three times as much? And the answer is yes, and that is fantastic. The great thing about that, even more, is that $10 product gives you more clay. Gives you 300 grams versus these other three only give you 200 grams. The MATCC works great, no problems at all. It does take one or two passes more than like the Griots, but it definitely works better than the Adams in my opinion. And the Meguiars is 3 times as much. So I don't think it makes sense to buy the more expensive clay when you can get this on Amazon. Now I do say $10 because I bought it for $10 about a month ago. Yesterday was Black Friday. This is a Saturday after Black Friday, and it's still on sale right now for $9.99. But I bought it when it had a coupon code, and I still got it for $10 about a month ago. So we'll still say it's $10 because that's what I paid for it. But normally it says it's $11.99 supposedly. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, and 1st place as far as my video is concerned. 4th place for me is Adams Clay Bar. It takes more passes. and it does not pick up nearly as well as the MATCC or the other two. Third place for me is the Meguiar's Mirror Glaze. It works good, or Mirror Glaze, Meguiar's Detailing Clay. It turned on me. The Meguiar's Detailing Clay. In third place because of the price, which is almost $30. Sometimes you can get it on sale. I've seen it on sale for like $24 or $25, just depending on where you guys buy it at. But I paid $28 for it. And it doesn't work as good as the Griots, and it works barely, and I mean barely, better than the MATCC. It just feels a little bit slicker when you get done. I don't think the $30 price range justifies it over buying a $10 clay bar. Second place for me is the MATCC for sure. It is a fantastic clay, no issues at all. I did the entire hood after I shut the camera off with it. The hood feels amazing. It looks good. I'm not seeing any scratches or even any type of marring at all, which is always a fantastic thing. And you get 300 grams versus all the other ones only 200 grams. Then first place for me in this video is Paint Cleaning Clay by Griot's Garage. It's $23, I believe. I'll put everything down in the description of the video. It's $22 or $23, and it's 200 grams, super sticky. People hate that, but I don't mind it because I wear gloves. And it a whole lot less passes, and the paint feels absolutely amazing. But the question I asked you, like I said earlier in the video, can a $10 product be just as good as better or better? I said yes. That's because of the price and the grams and its performance. $10, the number one product that in my video was going to cost you at least $12 more than this, and it's going to come with 100 grams less of clay. That's why I say that it is just as good or better, because the paint feels great with it, it looks great, and it definitely performs with these or better in some situations, like it's better than the Adams. So yeah, it makes sense to buy the $10 clay. Like I said, I'll put everything down in the description of the video where you guys can find these products. Check this product out here for yourself on Amazon. Buy it. It's only $10. If it's not on sale, I guess it's going to be $12. It's not going to kill the bank, and you're going to end up with more clay than what you normally have. So I know that there's this big thing between synthetic clay and regular clay. I prefer regular clay. If you prefer synthetic, then always stick with what you prefer. I just like to be able to see what I am removing. And when you're using synthetic clay mitts or gloves, I think that where is all that dirt going? It's getting embedded in that sticky rubber that's on it, but where is it going? This, you're actually suspending in the clay, and that's why I like clay better. And it seems to me the paint always feels better after using traditional clay. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section what you guys prefer and what you thought of this video. And then go down below, hit the subscribe button, join the Fab family. We would love to have you, and we'll see you in the next video.